Yeah. Okay, so I will only do the introduction to chapter 11 here. So here we'll show the openness and the closeness of these deformation spaces. Okay, so 11.1 we just state some main results of this monograph continue, corresponding to this Ehresmann-Thurston-Bayer principle here. So we just go through the main theorem. So main definition. So we have depth S ELH to be depth ES consisting of real projective structures, general lens or Horseback RTN with the stable irreducible holonomy. And C depth to be the one consisting with just SB3 structures. And C depth EUH to be the CFP structure with general lens shape. Depth EU. So this means it has a unique endpoints. I mean the uniqueness for the RNs and the PNs. Okay, and S depth LH to be the one consistent of strictly SB structure with lens-shaped or Horseback ends, and then S depth EU LH to be subspace consisting of strict SBC structures with lens-shaped or Horseback and with the uniqueness at it. So the main theorem is that this for this all then the C depth EU is actually in this space is open depth yes and then if every finite index subgroup contains no non-trivial infinite nilpotent normal subgroup, then the whole maps is homeomorphically to a union of components of this space. And 10.2 is if you have a strict case, then this is relatively hyperbolic with respect to Sn fundamental group, and this is going to be strict SB structure. And is going to be open, and if you assume that every finite index subgroup contains no non-trivial infinite important normal subgroup, then Hall maps the deformation space with this homeomorphically to union of these components. And for openness, we make use of this here non-compact strictly SP and structure with this generalist lens. So then this is of course this is a previous corollary I am restating it here, and so theorem 10.04 is that this is a subspace of SP structure is open, so this subspace is open. So I am breaking it down with this kind of theorems here. And basically, we just show that this is an open subset, and then you show the uniqueness subsection. By then, this next theorem will prove the result. Okay, and so this V is some open subset or semi-algebraic subset here. Then which is let's drop this off. Maybe this is wrong. So invariant the conjugation action. So we can it's redundant. So anyway, so you can suppose we can choose this continuous section for each n fundamental group satisfying this property, which is called the fixed point section. And for each Tn, so for each Rn, you can show that you can consider radial n structure determined by these sections. And then the next, we can also do it for the Tn's, and you find the null space of this ice value for each of these. So these will be the hyperspace satisfying the lens condition. Okay. And so S to be the dual fixed point set. So you can define from V these kind of sets called the fixing sections. So we can define these sections. Okay, so then we can define these sections by uniqueness the section will be given here. So So this by uniqueness, this section will be continuous because of the sequence of fixed point has to be the fixed point. Okay. And so this will be called a uniqueness section. So if you have B and SB as above, then you can define these this space to be the subspace where these are stable with the N-shaped and holospherical end, and then C again is very similar, and then S will be the ones with the strict SB3 structures. So the finally the important theorem will be that if you just do the without the uniqueness, if you just LH, then this and then the fixing section will be given then this space will be open here, and then so will be this. So in 11.04 and 5 you obtain that these will be for the uniqueness part you will have this will be a local homeomorphism, and for the strict case is the same. So now we go to closeness. So we assume that in addition to this that there's no nilpotent normal subgroup of every finite index subgroup is trivial. Then the following are the true. So the deformation space of SB3 structure will be map homeomorphic to union of components of these, and also the strict SB structure will be going to the union of components of these. And for 11.09, so it will be proven in 11.1.4 that so if every finite index subgroup contains no non-trivial infinite nilpotent no subgroup, then this whole maps the deformation space of general structure into homeomorphic to the union of components here, and this will be the most general case. So now we don't really have uniqueness, you can just drop this uniqueness here, and then the same will be true for strict SBC structures here. So we go to 11.1, these are introductions. So again, these IE and NA are these conditions, so we recall these, and then so 11.111 is that the subspace of these structure is open for with the uniqueness condition, and if it contains non-trivial no non-trivial nilpotent normal subgroup, then the whole maps this to union of components of these. And the 11.13 is that so if it's relative hyperbolic with respect to its n group, then this again is the subspace is open, and then if it contains no non-trivial infinite nilpotent normal subgroup, then these will be a union of components of this representation space. So the 11.14 will be the main result of the monograph. So so now you can drop this uniqueness part because there is a natural way to obtain these sections, and then the same thing will happen for strict deformation space as well. So that ends this lecture here.